Do you ever wonder why there's other people in the industry that seem to be attracting all the good quality clients that are always booked out and don't ever seem to be burnt out? Well, over the last 3 weeks, I've been running profit diagnosis sessions with 3 to 4 businesses every week. And that process involves me showing them exactly where in their business the roadblocks are. So it involves me analysing their P&L. Fortunately, I've been analysing 12 months worth of data, and then getting on a call and showing them and pinpointing exactly what is the thing that's holding them back and how do they make the quick wins of the next 3 to 6 months. Is it pricing? Is it performance? Or is it some other activity that's driving them to being burnt out and overworked and underpaid? From those sessions of the last 3 weeks, I've noticed something really interesting, is that although I'm showing them exactly and pinpointing on their data. So this is their business. This is not hypothetical. This is not theoretical. This is their business, and I'm pinpointing exactly where these problems are, and then specifically outlining the strategies for them to move that and solve that problem. Whether that problem is cash flow, whether that problem is time, they have no time, whether that problem is performance, whether that problem is collecting on debtors, whatever that is, I will pinpoint exactly where it is, and for them, how to see that happening again in their business. So they can turn that really simple P&L into a dashboard for themselves. And there's something really interesting that's popped up over the last 3 weeks, is that I've noticed there's 3 things that happen to 2 groups of clients. I have one group of clients that see what's happening, hear what's happening, and understand that by showing them and by doing it, they're going to be able to move proactively closer to solving that problem. And then I have another group of clients who hear what we're saying, can see what I'm doing, but are a bit hesitant on making a decision to move proactively towards that outcome. Now, those 3 things that I see in both groups of people, this is what I'm seeing that holds those that don't actually move towards solving those problems. The big one is making a decision. As simple as that sounds, making a decision is the very first point on the road to solving any problem in your business. If you feel that thinking about it, waiting to see, even though the data, 12 months of data, is showing you and indicating the thing that you're doing is creating this result, and you feel like you need to think about it some more, I need you to potentially understand, and you may not be aware of this, that by thinking about it, you are hope strategy, that if you keep doing the same things, you're going to get a different result. Thinking about it is a decision to stay where you are. On the other hand, those people I've spoken to that make a decision based on the data and the strategies outlined that show a clear, proactive result from changing their actions and making decisions, don't think about what they've already done. They make a decision to change what they're doing and move forward. So the number one important thing with improving any part of your business is making a decision, and to understand by not making a decision, by thinking about it, is a decision to stay where you are. The second thing is, although there are a ton of strategies out there, whether it be a pricing strategy, a marketing strategy, a sales strategy, a performance strategy, a recruitment strategy, a SOP strategy, whatever happens to be, there's a ton of different strategies out there that can get you the result that you want. I can have 2 clients that are making the same amount with the same size teams that the order of the actions required can be different to get the same result. So although I am providing a clear blueprint of what's happening and what needs to be done, the sequencing and the order of those activities does matter. Because if you do the right thing at the wrong time, or the wrong thing at the right time, you are going to keep spinning and spinning and spinning. So the second component is the sequencing and the order of the things that you work on is important. Now the third thing is, on top of being able to make clear decisions and having the right order or sequence of actions to move your business towards that intended goal, is to understand that being proactive, that is calling your shot, that is making a decision to move and act based on what you can see, what you've heard, but what you can actually be shown and then do, is far more important and far more beneficial than sitting and waiting. Because if you wait, that's a reactive strategy, which means you're going to wait and see, which means when you wait and see, something happens, you react. I'm going to wait and see, I'm going to think about it, something happens, I'm going to react. This creates that paradigm, this creates that situation in your business that you are always putting out fires. You're always got something urgent going on. And until you can look forward and make a call the shot, be proactive, make a decision, it's very hard to move forward. You may be asking, what if I make the wrong decision? Good question. Then you just make another decision. There's far more power, there's far more improvement in your business by making a decision. Just the act of making a decision and moving with momentum, even if it's wrong, is far better than not making a decision. So it's been really interesting the last 3 weeks, because I've been working intimately in these profit diagnosis sessions, not just talking with clients, but actually analyzing their financial data, their metrics, financial and non-financial metrics, in detail, and showing them exactly where those roadblocks are, and giving them a very clear strategic plan on doing it, and seeing how people fall into 2 categories. The category of the business owner that makes a decision to be proactive and call the shot and understand the opportunity cost. The cost of not taking action is them staying where they are, versus the business owner that may or may not be aware that the fear that they're holding is holding them back, and that for whatever reason, struggling with cash flow, struggling with having no time, losing control of the business is their comfort zone that they don't want to change, because change involves calling a shot. So ultimately, we make a decision whether we like it or not. We tell a story to ourselves about, I'm going to think about it, or I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and just do it more. I'm going to do it harder. So the things that I'm doing that aren't working, I'm going to increase doing them, because that's what I know. Even though the data shows I'm just going to get more of the same. The fear of making a decision of changing direction and making a proactive choice to move in another direction with a clear plan and doing things in the right sequence, and understanding that sometimes you do need help, the fear of that far outweighs the fear of staying where they are. So my question is, thinking about where you are right now and the decisions you're making, how much of your decisions are based on, I'm going to think about it, or I'm going to work harder doing the things that I'm doing that are clearly not giving me the result that I want because I'm operating from a position of fear, versus the position of the opportunity cost for me not making a proactive decision, not understanding that the decision is not the important part, making the decision is the important part, and then correcting if the decision is not correct is way more important. Will keep us stuck where we are. We are all, every single one of us is committed to something. The scary part is the results of our commitment are evident in exactly where we are, which means, and this can be very confronting, that if we are or have a business that is not performing, that is a result of our commitment to stay where we are. Let's take a step back and start thinking about and looking at what are the inner decisions that we have, or the inner stance that we have, that's holding us back and keeping us stuck in our current commitment. Cool? All right, stay cool, be well, as usual. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.